Very quickly, this will be a tips and tricks video on how to get 10 stars in Silent Hill 1. In order to get a 10-star run, you need to be playing on hard mode, you need to be playing on New Fear, you need to have at least 5 game clears, you gotta get the good plus ending, you need to have up to 2 saves, no more than that. You can use 1 continue if you want. Your clear time needs to be under an hour and 30 minutes. You need to have 150 items collected. You need to have at least 5 extra items. You should have around 100 kills in both categories. And you need to have a high accuracy of your shots. I recommend going to the controller config and putting a skip button to X. This is so you don't pause the game when you're trying to mash out of cutscenes with the start button. I also recommend changing bullet adjust to X6. I have ran out of bullets on ×5 before, so yes, you definitely want 6. If you want to make completely sure that your options are properly preset before starting your New Fear game to attempt a 10-star run, then you can go to any save. It does not matter which save it is, so I'm just going to choose this random boat save. And as long as the save is on the same memory card that you're using to get your 10-star run, then you can change the settings you want. So I want X6 bullet adjust. And I'm going to save. I'm going to save over this infirmary save. And I'm going to reset. And now I'm going to select New Fear. And as you can see, if I go to my options, I have it set to ×6 here too, on this completely different save. So I'm properly preset. Another thing to mention is pausing the in-game timer. Looking at the map, looking at your items, and pausing the game like this does not stop your in-game timer. If you want to take a break, you need to examine a save point. On this screen, your time is stopped, and you do not have to worry about in-game time going. But make sure not to accidentally save. It's always funny when that happens. Another thing to mention is that when your flashlight is turned off, close range shots will actually be worth mid-range shots. So for example, that is one close range shot. However, this is one mid-range shot. It's very nice to know in order to get your shooting style up. 3 mid-range shots, 2 close range shots. The shotgun will make your shooting accuracy go down even if it hits the enemy, so only use it during boss fights. Next is the debate on where your 2 saves should be. I think the first save being right before Splithead is perfectly fine. You know, I don't really see anything wrong with that. But most sources say that your second save should be right before Incubus. I completely disagree with that. I think your second save should be before Civil. This is because sometimes, and I don't know if it's just me, but I'll use the unknown liquid on Sybil and it just won't register for some reason. Like, I'll be right up to her and it just will not work. Another reason why I recommend not saving before Incubus is that what if your ranking isn't even good enough? You'll have to go back to the school. But if you have a save just before Sybil, then you'll have a whole nother level to go to maybe get your ranking up. Now, very quickly, I'm going to go over how to properly deal with enemies. So here's a groaner. Did you see that? The groaner didn't hit me. As long as you are backing up and holding aim, the groaner will never hit you. See that? He is missing me every time, this groaner. And that is because I am backing up. So that is a very good trick to know when dealing with groaners. Just back up, and that is all there is to it. Next, I'm going to go over the Grey Child. Grey Childs will always take 5 bullets to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? 5 bullets. The best way to avoid air screamer attacks, in my opinion, is to stop when they're chasing you. See that? I stopped there. So the air screamer missed me. Ink scratchers will always go down in 2 rifle shells. And dead. And dead. They will never take 3 shots. From my experience, I don't think I've ever seen a hang scratcher go down and 3 rifle shells. It will always take 2. For the float stinger, you want to wait between each shot. So you want to shoot it, wait 3 seconds, shoot, wait 3 seconds, shoot. This is because the float stinger has a lot of invincibility frames. If you want a good gauge on when its invincibility frames are up, is to look at its blood. So, I'm gonna shoot it. Its blood disappears, I'm gonna shoot it again. Its blood disappears, I'm gonna shoot it again. That is a very good way to determine when its invincibility frames are up. In the description, I will link my own 10-star run. It is not perfect. In fact, it is 22 seconds away from an hour and 30 minutes, but I think that just goes to show that you do not have to be perfect. And thank you for watching.